cover this first. Okay, so I'll just cover randomly a few questions from here, then you better go back and then do revision. In fact, we have covered this before already. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, we have covered this. So for this chapter 5, 6 and 7, so these are the three chapters. These are the three chapters you'll be tested, right?
Yeah.
In your upcoming test. So for chapter 5, okay, so you just have to remember it's about factorization and then cancellation. Okay, these are the two main concepts, factorization and cancellation. So let's start off with the simple one first. So let's say if you have this 21CD, right, over 5C square divided by 7D square, right? Okay, so what you do first is you need to split the element. Okay, you need to split the element because remember the technique is about factorization and cancellation, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you see same thing top and bottom, you can
Split. Like factorize.
top and bottom the same thing,
Not like cancel.
cancel, right? So that means before you do cancellation, you do factorization first. So factorization is about splitting of elements. Splitting. So what do I mean by that? But of course this is divide. So when you see divide, you need to change it to what? Times first. So when you change it to times, okay, in a way, right, you see divide by this, you can also see it as 70 squared over 1.
Yeah.
So if you times, right, you flip it, right, up and down. You flip this up and down, right?
Yeah.
So it means the 1 will go up, then this one will come down. So you will change it to this one first, right? That's the first step. Divide, change to time, flip it, right? Then next is about factorization. Because before you cancel, you need to do factorization first. So how do you factorize this?
7.
So basically you split the 21 to 7 and 3, right?
Yeah.
And then C and D lah. Then 5C you change it to C times C, right?
Yeah.
C square ma. Then you times 1, 7. Then D square is D times D, right?
Yeah.
So now you just cancel. So basically you use pencil. But since I have technology, I can use eraser. C and C, gone. 7 and 7, gone. D and D, gone. So after that, what I need to do, top times top, bottom times bottom, which is 3 times 1, which is 3, and then over 5CD, right?
Yeah.
So what is the common mistake here? What's your common mistake? You miss out. You miss out some letters or numbers. So how to avoid making that mistake? Then you better use a good pencil. When you cancel, you better something like this. Let's say you want to cancel, you better like shake the entire thing so that you don't see it. Right? Okay? Or if not, then you can really like space it out. Space it out until it's so clear. There is no way for you to miss out any. Okay? So this one is the simple one. Then of course, when it comes to the harder one, right? The harder one is about the one with some factorization one. Questions like this. So when you have divide, the first thing you do is change it to times first before you do anything else. So the next step is about, so the whole concept is about factorization and cancellation, right? So that means you need to factorize 1, 2, 3. The 1 cannot factorize, it's 1, right? So you need to factorize 1, 2, 3, 4. So how do you factor? Okay, so I think you want to factorize the most difficult one first. Right? So therefore you factorize which one first? You factorize this one first, this one second, this one third. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
So how do you factorize the x squared plus 3x minus 10?
X.
So you change it to x, right?
Yeah.
We talked about this last time. And then you, for this one, there are many combinations, but there's only one combination that can cross multiply, that can give you the 3x, right?
Yeah.
So what is that combination? What are you waiting for? Can you take out a blank page and continue? So remember, this one is all about factorization and cancellation. So you need to do the factorization whenever possible.
My friend sent over the drawing one.
Yeah. So now we do it the second part. And by the way, we practiced a few drawing questions already. From where? The Bukit Merah Secondary School. Remember that? That one? So how do you factorize this? Actually, you want a fast way to do factorization for this one?
Can you use calculator?
There is a trick. Can you show me the trick? Have you learned the trick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then.
Huh? You remember the trick? You show me first. You show me, then I know whether you know the trick or not. Never mind, that means you
Should I
don't know.
remember?
Yeah, never mind. Never mind, you don't know the trick, then you do the normal way then. So the trick is go to 5. You have simultaneous and polynomial. This one is polynomial. Choose 2. So how many degree?
3.
3?
Two.
This one is 1. This is 2. So you choose 2. Can you see? They have ax squared plus bx plus c.
Yeah.
Can you see?
Yeah.
So your job is to key in a, b, c. In this case, what's your a?
X.
No. What is in front of x squared? That's your a. What's in front of your x squared?
1.
Yes. So what's in front of your x?
3.
What's the c?
-10.
Good. Can you key in 1, 3, -10 into it? Equal.
2.
X equal to 2 and then? One more time equal.
-5.
Good. So in a way, right? So basically this tells you that it's not 2 and 5, but the opposite of this 2. What's the opposite of 2?
-2.
What's the opposite of -5?
5.
Correct. So can you test whether -2 and 5 is the combination? So this is the one very fast way for you to get the answer. But it only work for the one with the x squared with the 1 in front. It doesn't work for the 2x squared, right? It only work for the x squared only. Does it work?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So that's one very fast way. So remember, it's opposite, huh? The calculator will give the opposite answer. You understand or not? You don't put 2 and negative 5 wrong. Because if you put 2 and negative 5 inside, you realize it's not the thing. By the way, I asked you to use the calculator to help you. Help you means you also need to do adjustment. You understand? Calculator to help you, and then you need to do adjustment. What's the adjustment? It's the opposite of these two. The calculator will not give you the answer. The calculator will help you. Know the difference. The calculator will help you. Will not give you the answer. So once you get this, so the here you change it to x minus 2, x plus 5. Right? Right? Gone. So how do you factorize this? 2.
The split.
So you split. So okay, so from today onwards, instead of splitting, I want you to use this method. What you put here? 5. So you get x minus 2. Okay?
Yeah.
Right? So therefore, here is this one gone. So it's 5, x minus 2. Above, how do you split 6? 2 and 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So top and bottom, which one is the same?
The x minus 2.
X minus 2. Anything else?
No.
No more already. So what you do next?
Times everything.
Times everything together. Top times top, bottom times bottom. So top 2 times 3, 6. This one, just copy. Right?
Yeah.
Then 5 times 1, 5. That's it. Simple? Alright? Simple? Okay, good. So of course, the last one you need to remember is the... What do you think? The last one you need to remember is the what?
The square.
Yeah. So when you have to divide, what you do first? Times first. Yep. And then flip, right?
Yeah.
Don't do anything, flip first. So over here you don't have a fraction, but you can make it a fraction, so it's over 1. So what you do next? So you're going to do factorize 1, factorize 2, and factorize 3, right?
Yeah.
So how do you factorize 1? So like I said just now, do it this way, right? What you put here? What's common? Y. So once you take out y, that means once you take out y, you left with x here, right?
Yeah.
And minus 3, right?
Yeah.
So that's it. So the 1 is changed to y, x minus y, right? 3. And actually you can quickly check whether your factorization is correct or not. You just times in. If times in, you get the answer, that means the factorization is correct. If you times in, you get different answer, that means your factorization is wrong. Make sense?
Yeah.
The 1 cannot. So copy. So 2x plus 1, anything common? No. Nothing. Okay, good. So cannot. So the 2x, just copy. This one. What can you think of?
Square.
What square?
The x.
X already square, no need.
A. Change the 9.
Change the 9 to?
3.
Yes. 3 or 3 square?
3 square.
Okay, why need to change to 3 square?
You need to square everything.
Correct, not square everything. Change everything to square before you use the formula. So what do you get after factorization of this thing?
X plus minus 3.
Mm-hmm.
Then x plus 3.
Correct. So that means before you do the factorization, you need to make sure that everything here is square first. If one of them is not square, can you do it?
No.
Cannot. Cannot. And by the way, it must be by minus. Plus can or not? Like x squared plus 9 can or not? Like x squared plus 3 squared can or not? This one can or not? This one can do or not? This one can do like this or not? Can or not? This one
Yeah.
cannot. Because what's the formula? Once again, what's the formula? A
Is square.
and then minus.
B square.
So it must be in this format. Then you get this a plus b bracket a minus b. A square plus b square Cannot. It's only square minus square. What? Something square minus something square. Okay? It's for minus. And then it's for all square. If one of them is not square, can or not?
No.
If it's plus, can or not?
No.
Cannot. So it must be this format. So whenever you get something, you always check against the formula. If it's plus in between,
No.
if it's one of them is not square, cannot. So therefore, you can see x minus 3 gone. So you end up with y times this. When you times, there is a bracket here. No bracket wrong. This is the answer. Okay? So, what if you do without the bracket? Is it correct or not?
No.
Why not?
Because
Because the y.
they will take it as y times 2x.
Correct. While your y is supposed to go into both of them. That's why I need to use a bracket. Okay? If without the bracket, your y will not go to the 1. Without the bracket, your y will go to the 2x only. Which is wrong, right? The y is supposed to go to 2x and 1. And of course, we talk about this kind of question. How do you do this question? Factorization. So the 1 you can change it to
1
1,
1 square.
1 square. So is everything square already?
Yes. No.
No?
The 25 is not.
Okay then.
So it's 5 square.
Okay, good. So can do already not?
Yeah.
It's minus, right? Can. Then what do you get?
5x. Minus 1.
Uh-huh.
5x plus 1.
Correct. Everything must square first, and it must minus in between. If it's plus, cannot. So what if you have this? What you do?
3 square.
Is it 3 square? Don't anyhow.
Oh, it's 6.
Cannot.
No.
Cannot. Then cannot. So that means you can only get it into this format, right? The 6 cannot get into any square, right?
Yeah.
Why? Because 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, and 6 is in between, so there is nothing. Right? So there is nothing. So therefore, what do you get? Cannot. Because what I say, it must be minus in between, and everything must be square. The 6, can it be square?
No.
No, so cannot. So not every time can one, okay? Cannot, then you do what? Cannot do this, never mind lah. You can do the factorization, right? Take out what? 2. This will be 3x squared, right?
Yeah.
Then this one will be
2.
2. Correct? Then this one will be bigger. Can you see the strategy? Can you see the strategy now? That one doesn't work, quickly go to the another way of factorization. Understand or not? Okay, good. And if you cannot factorize, don't force, okay? Okay, good. Any question from here? Any question from here? No. Let me see. The product of an algebraic fraction and because find the unknown algebraic. So basically they say the algebraic fraction and this. So basically something times the 2a square over b is equal to 3a over 4b square. So now you need to find the question mark. How do you find question mark?
Plus multiply.
No. Something times this is equal to this. So that means basically you give yourself a simple example. What simple example you give yourself to find question mark? 2
2 times
3 equals to
6.
6. So now you are asked to find question mark, which is 2, right?
Yeah.
So 2 is equal to
6.
6 divided by 3. So when you use divide by 3, right, you can also write it in this manner. Right?
Yeah.
So therefore, on top, the question mark is equal to
3
3a over 4b square divided by 2a
square.
square over b, right?
Yeah.
So that's how you find question mark. So of course, before you continue, you change the divide to times, and then you flip, right?
Yeah.
And then you continue to do the splitting of an element. Okay? Then you do the cancellation. Okay? That's how you do this. Hey, remember this technique, Simple example to see above. So what if here is divide? So you give yourself a divide example. Lor. So what divide by what equals to what, right?
6 divided by 3 equals to
Okay, 6 divided by 3 equals to 2. So now you need to find the 6, right? So how do you get 6? 3 times 2, right? So similarly, you take this times this, so question mark equals to 2a square over b times 3a 4b square. So you do the splitting of element. And then after that, you do cancellation. So this topic is about what? Factorization and cancellation of similar terms. Top and bottom. Top and bottom. Okay? And I remember you make a fatal mistake the other time. Can you cancel the A? Why not?
The 5a is typical.
Pardon?
The 5a is 1 term.
Yeah. The 5, some more?
1 is.
Yeah. So basically, this one is one term.
Yeah.
You cannot split the 5a and plus 1. They are together. So therefore, you cannot cancel the A. The only way for you to cancel in this case is the 4 and the. You split to 2 and times 2. So that's the only way. And then after that, you just have 2 times above. Remember the bracket. Okay? And then to A left. Yeah, that's it. Okay? So yeah, okay. So this one done. So what if I give you this kind of question? How do you do this question? Use calculator, is it? Or use factorization? Calculator or factorization?
Calculator.
What do you see here?
2 times.
And 3 times. What is common?
48.
So can you take out 48?
Yes.
2 plus 3, right? 48 times 2 plus 3 is?
5.
You should do it this way. Okay? Instead of using your calculator, 2 times 48, 96. This one is 144. Then you must do it this way, factorization. You learn factorization and you must use factorization. Understand? Understand or not?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Then let me look at your friend work. You upload to the drive already?
No, this one is another one.
Can you upload to the drive? I will grab from here. I will grab from the drive. Which one you just upload?
Revision material.
Underwear. It's not new folder.
Wait.
Out of the folder, is it?
It's new folder. I think cause.
Is this the one? Which one?
Wait.
Okay. You better put everything into the new folder. Otherwise, I have a lot of things. Can you re-upload your first thing to the folder first?
Yeah.
Okay. Then you upload your whatever other to the folder.
It's gonna be two cause the first one didn't process cause. That one's the completed one.
What?
That one got all the stuff I can send.
Then what is okay?
The first one.
What is this one?
This one only had like half.
Okay, good. So basically, I should look at this one, right?
Yeah.
I should look at this one, right?
Yes.
Right? This one, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Never mind. This is about proportionality. So now let's take this opportunity to test you for this. I give you this is how many marks. I don't want to look at the answer key. I don't care about answer key. So this is how many? Okay, two question. I give you 5 minutes. Like, you better follow all the steps. Hey Siri, set a 5 minute timer. You follow every single step, okay? You don't do it your way. Time's up. Done? Finish? Which part you are at?
B.
Why take so long? Let me check. What's your step one? What's your step one? So because it inverse, so this is the formula. So you change your r to y, and then you change this one to your x, okay? And then r is 9, and then this is 0.64, so k equals to this. So write the equation connecting, so this is the one, right?
Yeah.
And then your next step is r equals to 1.8, so your r equals to 1.8. Can you space this out properly? I want a fraction. I want just one line for one number. You don't squeeze everything together. I'm not happy with this. I talked about this last time. One line, one word, or one number. Okay? So it means I'm supposed to see this. Okay? The r is 1.8, right?
Yeah.
So you just do the cross multiplication. Why you take so long? Continue, another 2 minutes. One line, one number. We don't give you one line, one fraction. How do you get h first? Before you can get h, what you need to get first?
Square.
Yes. Before you can get h, you get square root h first. That means you get rid of the 1.8. How do you get rid of the 1.8? 可以 go。Before you can get h, you need to get rid of the 1.8 first. And now 4 is equal to square root h. So what is h? So what is the opposite of square root?
Square.
Square both sides. What nonsense you're doing? How come you keep writing the 2? You write 1, 2, you don't write so many 2. Red. What's the opposite of square root?
Square.
You put a square here, you put a square. That's it. 1 square. If you put 1 square here and then you put 1 square here, where you're supposed to put the square, the question I ask you is top right or top left or whatever, where?
Top right.
Top right. So once you put the square, that's it. Once. Where?
Top right.
Top right. What do you get for this?
4 times 16.
16. Square and square root cancel each other. So h. So h equal to 16 in this case. Okay, one more question. Test. Right? Give you 7 minutes. Hey Siri, 7 minutes timer.
7 minutes. Starting now.
When you deal with the square, you better be fast next time. And by the way, if you want to square, you square once. Just 1 square. Top right corner. If you finish earlier, you just let me know. Done?
Okay.
Okay, right? Inverse m, okay. Cross multiply. Actually, you can quickly get 4 here already. When you see 8 minus 4 can be simplified, can combine, quickly combine. N equals to 5. So 8 to 1. Okay. Okay? So once again, I want to talk about the square and the thing. I'm not talking about this question, I'm talking about just. So what if I give you 4 equals to cube root h. So what's the opposite of cube root? Cube. So basically you cube both sides. Once, top right corner. So 4 cube is 64. And this one is cube root and cube, they cancel each other, right? So cancel each other. So when they cancel each other, it's as good as you erase the cube root and the cube. So therefore you get h here. Okay? So once again, what if you get questions like this? So before you can get h, what you need to do first? You get rid of the
2.
yes. So this is square root, right?
Yeah.
How do you get rid of the square root?
You square both sides.
Correct. So in a way you can also put a bracket. So this one square is 27 times 27. 729, right? And then the square and the square root, they cancel each other, right?
Yeah.
So therefore you use the eraser. So you're only left with h. So that's how you get h. Okay? Next. How come the eraser doesn't work very well? Okay, next time I need to write properly. So just now it's square root and square. So what about this? Before you can get x, what do you need to get rid of first? Yes. What's the opposite of square?
Square root.
Good. So you square root both sides. Make sense? And then square root and square, they will?
Cancel.
So your x is equal to
46.
46 what?
4641.
4641. Okay, 46. 3 significant figure. Okay? Okay? Good. Okay, we can take a brief break before we do one more question. Yeah. Okay.